So today we are going to solve binary tree maximum path sum, which is from 11 December daily problem of Leetcode. So here we are given a binary tree and we have to find the sum of maximum sum of any path. So a path in here is defined as a sequence of nodes where each pair of adjacent nodes in the sequence has an edge connecting them. Okay, so for summary, we have to find a maximum path sum. So consider this example. So maximum path is, so path can be 1 to 3 can be one path, 1 to 4 can be one path, 1 to 4 5 6 can be one path, the 4 to 1 5 7 can be a one path. So likewise all these are path, and all individual nodes also can be considered as a path. Also any two nodes in this can be considered also path, right? Here this subtree also can be considered as a path, right? This 2 3 4 in the uh, array in the whole binary tree can be considered as a path and can be returned as the answer. So we have to find the maximum sum in which along the path. Okay, so consider an example of 3 nodes. Okay, 1 2 3 nodes. Here individual 1 to 3 can be a potential answer, right? Can be a potential answer when two of them are negative. When 1 and 3 are negative, 2 can be the answer, right? When 1 and 2 are 1 and 2 is negative, then 3 can be answer. So all 3 nodes are potential answer in okay, and if 3 all of them are negative, then maybe minus the least term which is minus, which it will be an answer. So all 3 nodes are potential answer. Any path along with is also like 1 plus 2 can also be answer if 3 is negative, right? So 1 and if 1 and 2 in positive or 3 and 3 is negative, then this path can be, this both node can be a answer. 1 plus 3 can be answer when 2 is negative, right? And also 1 plus 2 plus 3 can also be an answer when both when all 3 of them are positive, right? So in when we don't have 3 nodes, we have more than 3 nodes suppose, then what we have to do is, suppose we named it 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? Here 2 4 5, 2 plus 4 plus 5, this binary tree can be a potential answer. Okay, similarly 3 plus 6 plus 7 can also be a potential answer. All individual node also can be a potential answer. And when we have to select a path which is passing through the root here. Okay, so in the left part of 1 we can only select one path, right? Which can be from 2 to 5 or 2 to 4. So we can select 1 to 4 or 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to 5 in left subtree. Okay, and in right subtree also we can select only one path, right? Maybe if right subtree value is positive, if that path we are selecting is positive, we can select that also. Okay, suppose all elements are positive, then we can select one path only. Here we have to select 4 or 5, and here we have to select 6 or 7. Okay, so likewise here so to select that we have to check which is maximum along 4 and 5. We will select that path in which 4 or 5 will be maximum, right? If fourth node has more value, then we will select it. If fifth node has more value, we will select that node. Okay, suppose this is numbering is the the value to that node, then we will select 2 5 because 5 is greater than 4. Okay, Likewise, um, so we will have to so like and we have to return this value to 1. That left sub value is your 2 plus 5, right? Similarly, in right sub value we have to return it 3 plus 7, and then here our value will be 3 plus 7 plus 2 plus 5 plus 1, which will be our answer if all are positive. Okay, but that will not be the case, there can be negative elements also. So for that, if the root is only negative, right, then potential answer can be 2 plus 4 plus 5 or 3 plus 6 plus 7, right? If it is minus 100, root value is minus 100, then there is no point in adding root, right? So this also can be potential answer. So we are going to maintain an array which will hold all the potential answer, all it is going to hold all the potential answer, and we are going to maintain a value or return value which will return maximum value which can be along that path. Okay, which can be formed along that path. Okay, if the value is lesser than 0, which will be negative, then we are not going to return it, we are going to return just the 0, because there is no point in adding that value, right? So we are going to simply iterate over the array, right? uh, so like for example, if we select it again, right, we are going to iterate over this array, then by post order. So we are just traversing left sub array. Here we will return 4, here we will return 5. Okay, we are going to append and the array in 4 and 5, we are going to append the node value in here. Then we are going to check which will be the maximum along 4 and 5. We are going to append that return value which will be maximum along 4 and 5. So 5 will be max. Okay, max between left plus right plus root dot val. Okay, so max of left of right will be 5 and root dot val will be 2. So 7 will be a return value in the left sub part. Okay, we are going to return this path to 1. We are not going to return whole subarray sum, which will be 2 plus 4 plus 5, because that will not be a path, right? So to return the path, we are going to add the max value from left and right and add it to root value and return it to 1. So this will be return value, and in array in the potential answer we are going to add 4 plus 5 plus 2, which will be 9 11, right? And similarly from right we can get 6 7, and the potential answer can be 7 plus 3 plus 6, which will be 9 plus 16. Okay, and here the return value will be 7 plus 3, because it is the maximum path. So 7 plus 3 will be the return value. So 7 plus 3 will be 10, so 10 will be the return value from right, and here we are going to get 7. So at last the potential answer will be 7 plus 10 plus 7 plus 1. Okay, which will be 18, which will be the maximum value. And suppose if this was a subtree of another tree, right? If this was a subtree of another tree, then which path we are going to select? Then we are going to select between 7 and 10. We have to select between 7 and 10. Then we will select this path to return to 10 plus 1 would be returned to this super root, if you can call it super root. It will be returned to it, right? So the coding part I will explain in laptop. So yeah, so in we have a main function. We initialized a maximum value which we are going to return after iterating over the potential answer in which will be stored in this array. We appended the root of binary tree in that to check it if it is a maximum value. If all these are negative, all the leaf are negative, then the root will be the potential answer if it is a positive sum. Then we just called the helper function to check all the potential answer. And in helper function, we firstly initiated left sub value and right sub value with 0, because if the leaf nodes are negative, then there is no point in returning them, because we are not going to add a return value, because it will not helpful in giving the maximum sum. If it is a leaf node, this is a condition for leaf node, then just append root matlab the value to an array, to the our potential holding array, because an individual leaf node can also be an answer. So we appended them and we return the value. Okay, if this is for traversal, if root dot left exists, then call the function. If the root dot right exists, then call the function and store the value in left sub value and right sub value. Here we initialize the root return value, which will give us the maximum value in left subtree and right subtree, left path and right path. It is going to select which path to go in, which is holding a maximum value. So if both left sum both the leaf are negative, both the path leads to a negative sum, then we are just going to return the root value, like I said. And we just appended the root value, and it can be a potential answer. And if one of them is negative, then select the maximum along with it. So the maximum we stored it in the root value, so we are just going to add and going to going along that path. And if no one is negative, then that whole subtree, right, that whole subtree can be a potential answer. So we are going to store that in res array, in the potential answer array. And for returning, we are just going to return the path which hold the maximum value, right? So we return the maximum value along with it, and here we get all the potential answer maximum. So in that potential array which is holding the maximum value, we are just going to iterate and return the maximum value. So it works fine.